Hi, good day, everyone. My name is Liang Keng from the School of the Arts, University Science Malaysia. Today, I'm going to present my current research. The title is Sani Fantasia, an observation on Yunnan characteristics in piano music adaptation. In this presentation, I will divide it into 5 parts to introduce. The first part, introduction. Second part, literature review. The third part, methodology, aka analysis. The fourth part, conclusion, and 5-part reference. Before entering the introduction, I would like to expound why we apply the word adaptation. The rework of a musical composition, which means after the music in any genre has been arranged. Transposition and arrangement both can be means of adaptation. The author observed that the researchers use adaptation frequently when reading the literature. Therefore, the author also reserved the terms of adaptation. In this slide, I will introduce the introduction. The introduction will include the Yi people, Yi music, and Yunnan music. We're looking into the Yi people. China has 55 ethnic minorities. Yi people, ethnic minority in China, is an ethnic minority with a long history and ancient culture. It is the most popular ethnic minority in southwest China, mainly distributed in Yunnan, Sichuan, Guizhou, Guangxi. Meanwhile, Yunnan province accounts for 3/5 of total Yi population, and there are 4.2 million plus. There are many branches of the Yi nationality, Yi minority. For example, Sani, Nishu, Ashi, Awu, Azhe. Next, we will go into the Yi music. The special geographical and cultural environments enable all ethnic minorities to establish different living environments and cultural systems in the process of adapting to nature and grasping the world and creating the music culture with a cultural connotation. Due to various branches, wide distribution of Yi people and different natural environment influence each branch music genre, adaptation, music form, and classification are completely special. Therefore, a complex music of the Yi people in Yunnan is rare in Chinese minorities music culture. For example, for further comprehension, the order will be divided into 3 categories, which is folk song, song dance, and instrumental music. Song dance, for example, have Da Shan Xian dance. Folk song, for example, are Shima, and instrumental music, for example, playing instrument yuqing. Next, we will go into the Yunnan piano music. Over the past century, infectious piano art was gradually introduced into China from the West, and Chinese piano music composers has been committed to the nationalization of piano works in the development of piano music in China. Yunnan province, one of the major areas inhabited by ethnic minorities in China, has attracted the attention of musicians for its breathtaking scenery and distinctive folk culture. As the name suggests, the piano works with the ethnic music style of Yunnan province refer to the piano works that share the characteristics of Yunnan ethnic music through some specific creative techniques and musical expressions. It is characterized by the style characteristics of Yunnan ethnic music. Therefore, the core of creation and performance is to share the style characteristics of Yunnan ethnic music. The creation of musical works should be based on the understanding of Yunnan ethnic music, and performers should also make perceptual cognition and rational analysis of the characteristics of Yunnan ethnic music to better convey the connotation of the works. The piano works with great ethnic characteristics in Yunnan province not only have played a significant role in promoting the development of Yunnan music in China, but also have created multiple artistic value. Next slide, we'll go into the literature review. Sani is one of the important branches of the Yi. It is in traditional music elements have been used in the field of contemporary music creation in China for 70 years. Since the music creation of the film Ashima in 1960s, Sani's music elements have been extensively applied in contemporary creation with various genres. For example, Sani Fantasia was composed by Yunnan native composers Liu Keng and Van Li, according to the Yi people folk song, Please Stay, My Dear Guest. Sani Fantasia retains the characteristics of Yi folk song. The composer not merely changed the traditional music mode of the single melody and short structure in the instrument music adaptation of national songs, but also combined Yi folk song with piano art. Next, it was the current state of Sani Fantasia. The author fit out the related with Sani Fantasia via CNKI, China National Knowledge Infrastructure. There are 5 periodical and 3 theses. The author will highlight the important content of the publication. The author observed from the journal Artist Literature that 5 authors analyzed the music of the works and introduced the creative background briefly. First off, we're looking into the Lu. Lu analyzed the influence of Sani music on Chinese piano creation from 3 aspects: music form, FX style, and folk custom. And Li, in her thesis, first summarized the composers Liu Keng and the piano work Sani Fantasia, then makes the musical analysis of this work. And finally, briefly describe the artistic value of Sani Fantasia. Next slide. Liu, in his thesis, he analyzed the cultural profile of traditional Yi ethnic Sani people and the musical analysis of 4 Sani style works, the historical change and characteristics of Sani music elements in music creation, the influence of traditional Sani music elements on Chinese contemporary music, the influence of creation discussed in detail, the historical change and traditional Sani music in China's creation, and put forward the thinking of Sani traditional music in the traditional field of China for the future. This is distinct construct Zhou. Zhou first used the comparative research method to elaborate the summary of the music, folk song, dance music, and instrumental music of the Sani branch and Lisu branch in the Yi branch. Then introduced Liu Keng's piano music works with Yi style, and finally used the music analysis method to analyze the selectively Liu Keng's Yi style piano works. The current research findings provided enlightenment for this study. Next, we will go into the summary. From the thesis literature, the author observed that the music elements of Sani branch of Yi people have relevant achievement in the related research of piano music. In my opinion, which is lack of systematic elaboration, the author also can highlight another composer piano works to make the comprehension. However, the analysis of traditional music elements of Yi Sani in contemporary music creation is in a state of security as before, which provides a gap for the author's research. The research on the utilization of traditional music elements of Sani in modern music creation is a review of creation and inheritance of Sani elements, as well as shaping and development of Yunnan piano music research. Utilizing folk music elements means the composer take the ethnic minorities folk music elements, for example, rhythm and melody, into modern composition techniques. Next part, we will go into the methodology, also analysis. Today, I just have 20 minutes to present my research. Therefore, I cannot cover all of my findings of methodologies. I will select the method as my presentation. I will select the melody as my presentation today. The traditional elements of Sani music mainly find expression in melody and rhythm. Melody is captured by the tonic chord, for example, C major, C, E, G, creation and irregular meters. The melody is created by tonic chord in Chinese, namely gong, jue, zhi. For example, D major is D gong, F sharp jue, A zhi, which means the development of the melody on the tonic scale. Next slide, we'll be taking the G folk song Ashima for analysis. G folk song Ashima is in F major. The tonic chord is FAC. We can observe the green mark in the figure of this G folk song melody leading with FAC, also known as chord 1 in F major. As the name suggests, gong zhe zhi in Chinese. The Projectura and E flat note in bar 11 was decorated and further highlight the Sani music melody characteristics. Next slide. This is the Please Stay My Dear Guest folk song also. Please Stay My Dear Guest is an E flat major song. E flat major tonic chord 1 is E flat, G, and B flat. We can observe the green mark in this figure of this song melody leading with E flat, G, and B flat. And the upper judgeran and supertonic chord F, A flat, and C also was decorated and further highlight the Sani music melody characteristics. In this slide, the author will introduce composer Liu Xiaokeng and Wang Li and how apply the G folk music melody in Sani Fantasia. Sani Fantasia highlights the characteristics of the original folk song in terms of musical melody. The melody creation of original folk song, we refer to the figure 2, red mark, is adopt the figure 1, bar 14 to 38, red mark. These creative techniques not only preserve the melody of original folk song, but also enrich the color of music. The melody of the Please Stay My Dear Guest is characterized by the cheerful, liveliness, and enthusiasm in the lyrics of the figure 2, which means picking the flowers and fresh fruit to welcome guests from the distant place. It is observed from the lyrics that the enthusiasm and hospitality custom of the Sani people. After construct in figure 1 and 2 that we can observe the composer not only retain Sani original music melody, also retain the upper judicial note and the tonic chord leading with E flat, G, and B flat in the melody theme of the figure 1, bar 14 to 38, red mark. The emergence of upper judicial notes is to better highlight the characteristics of ethnic. The upper judicial notes mainly present two characteristics of decoration by major second. For example, figure 1 bar 14 and minor third. For example, figure 1 bar 15, which also highlights the melody characteristics of the original song. In figure 1 bar 13 to 28, we will observe that the composer applied abundant secondo minor second. For example, for bar 14 natural 8 to B flat, bar 19 C sharp to D to create in left hand, and function of the secondo minor second, which to imitate the sound effect of the percussion. Next slide, it was the conclusion. This study attempts to analyze the Sani Fantasia, which is a presentive piano verse with the characteristics of Sani music. This study expect that through the utilization of Sani music elements in Sani Fantasia, the performer can able to an in-depth understanding of the word in the process of performing. Also provide a reference for related researchers and continue to explore the embodiment of more ethnic elements in Yunnan Sani or other ethnic piano music in Yunnan ethnic music culture in future, to provide the academic reference for ethnic music research and Yunnan ethnic music works. Finally, the author hopes that the dissemination of Sani traditional music in China's modern music creation can lead more people to comprehend the custom of ethnic minorities' music culture and the piano works with Yunnan ethnic music. Next slide. This is my reference. I like to cite a famous quote for Einstein as my ending, which always encouraged me. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. That's all of my presentation today. Thanks for listening. Have a nice day.